Oh man, you guys have no idea how long I've wanted to play this game. More importantly, how long I've wanted to do a walkthrough of this game. And yes, I know that was just my little practice file right there. I just practiced a little bit to get the hang of everything. But oh man, this brings back so many memories. I remember playing this game when I first heard about it. I didn't see about it on TV or anything like that. Because back then, I believe it was in the middle of 95 or 96. We didn't have internet back then. I mean, around 97, I know we got AOL and stuff like that. But I can remember going to like an old video game store called Funko-Land. If any of you know what Funko-Land was, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like this old video game store that used to be around, and for the best of my knowledge, it's not around anymore. And I was browsing for video games, and I can remember seeing this on the shelf. It was like about $29.99 or something like that at the time. And I can remember saying, oh my god, I really, really wanted to check out this game. This game looks freaking amazing. And when I finally got to play it, I was totally hooked from here. I mean, aside from any of the Final Fantasy games I might have played before, that I have yet to do a walkthrough on too, actually, now that I mention it. I mean, I want to do a walkthrough on like Final Fantasy 4, Final Fantasy 5, 6, 7. Hell, I'll try to do a walkthrough on all of them if I have the time. But I want to, and I know I've got Earthbound to finish, and I am enjoying that game. I just haven't really gotten around it, because I've been too busy with, you know, FFT Arena and school in general. So definitely stay tuned for another Earthbound video when that comes up. But right now, I definitely want to get started on this walkthrough. Try to expand my channel a little bit. And so, yeah, this is part 1 of the Super Mario Bros. RPG Legend of the Seven Stars walkthrough. And this is pretty much the same old routine as you play every other Mario game there is to known man. That you rush in Bowser's castle, you rescue the princess, and that's all she wrote. So you would think. This right there would be pretty much the end of the game. But boy, are we in for a twist. And for those of you that have not seen this game before, I'm not going to spoil anything for you. I want you to check this out for yourself. Obviously, the object here is to take up the Kink Link. And that's pretty much it. There's no need to engage with Bowser at all. And Bowser goes bye-bye. Down goes the Chandelier. Oh, he wants us to come with them. He throws a hammer from all the way down there. Now, how exactly in the law of physics, the law of nature, can anyone throw a hammer that high from down below? I guess, just like anime, you don't question it. You just simply watch it and enjoy it. Best answer I can give to anyone out there who's wondering about this. And yeah, Mario is awesome jumping ability. Can jump all the way up to the Kink Link and save Princess Peach. And oh golly gee, the castle just shook. Quake with fear! And a random sword just happened to fall from the sky and landed smack dab in the middle of Bowser's castle. So yep, there's the title, Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. As I said in the intro, as I said in the beginning of this intro video, this brings back so many nostalgic memories. I can remember playing it like, God, it was like 17 years ago. And I'm 25 now. I played this since I was 8. Can you believe that? And oh boy. So yeah, we land right in Mario's house. And Toad thinks we rescued her. But he's about to find out that we didn't. So I'm just going to show you a little bit about the stats screen right here. Now, items obviously is your inventory. You can only hold about... You can only hold up to, all the way down to wastebasket, where you can throw away unwanted items. Status, obviously speed determines how fast your character can go for, how often your character gets a turn. Attack, you already know what that does. Defense, you know what that does. Magic attack and magic defense affects, magic attack affects your skills using flower points, which is FP. See, flowers is the amount of, flowers determines, like for example, jump uses 3 flower, and the amount of flowers determine how often you can use your technique abilities, put it that way, your special ability. And the equipped, obviously we've got nothing right now. Special items are basically key items that play a role later on in the game, but we'll get into that as we collect them. So first thing we gotta do, we gotta talk to Toad. And yeah, so he asked us to once again go back to Bowser's Castle. Like we already did that before. So now we're going to be going back to Bowser's Castle. Or Bowser's Keep. And we try to, again, to enter the castle, but, oh, what's that up here? Good lord, look at the size of that thing. A talking sword. This castle belongs to us, the Smithy Gang. Ooh. Smithy Gang, huh? And if it weren't for nosy characters like you, we practically own this world. So apparently his mouth is big enough where it's flapping and can actually cause the bridge to collapse. So that's pretty much, that's pretty much the journey, is you have to get back to Bowser's Keep. And you can't go the front way now. Well, you could, but you can't go by the bridge anymore because the bridge collapsed. So now we have to go pretty much around the world, just like you had to if you're playing the old Super Mario games. Just to reach the 8th and final dungeon, or the final castle, or whatever you like to call it. And Mario apparently has no voice, has to explain that the bridge went out by acting it out figuratively. So basically your main character, Mario, has to act out everything. And so now we get pretty much from Toad here. Do you know how to use items? Of course I do. And I'll show you how items are used, you know, when the need arises. There's a random Goomba that happened to come stroll by. Mushroom weighs swarm of monsters. Well, I'm just botching. Do you know about timed hits? Of course I do. So now Toad just basically scares off the Goomba. Saying, yeah, we know timed hits, so you better watch out, buddy. So we basically have 4 free mushrooms here. And we're off as our journey begins at Mushroom Way. I mean, I could do this no level, but... Or like low level rather, by facing only just the bosses. But I'm not up for that challenge right now. Maybe next time I do a walkthrough this game, I'll do like the bosses only challenge. where I face only the bosses. I mean, I'll even skip the treasure boxes that contains invincible stars. That's how ballsy I would be up for that challenge. But right now, I'm going to show you off. I'm going to show you off some battles here. I'm not going to show you every single solitary one, mind you, because that'd be a bit of a waste of time. But I want to show you how this basically works. So let's skip this Goomba. Well, I guess we got caught by... Now here is a Sky Trooper. Now, you could melee him, but you won't be able to kill him one hit. And so what you're going to have to do is you want to use a special technique called Jump. And to demonstrate how Jump works... There you go. Maximum damage to the aerial enemies, basically. The enemies that can float. So, well, just because it is the first video, I will show off all the battles on this field. Again, just to show you how this game pretty much works. I mean, I won't edit out every single battle. Like, if I gotta show you something new, I'll do it. But obviously, if you get to see the same battle over and over again, it's gonna make the video less, you know, attractive. It's gonna make the video not sought out to be seen as much as others. And I didn't block the hit that time because I got caught up in talking. It happens when you're trying to commentate and play this game at the same time. It'll happen. And sometimes treasure chests will contain items. Some treasure chests will contain coins. In this case, it contained like a few small coins. And now we get the Sky Trooper again. And I did better damage that time is because you have to time your jumps correctly. If you time it just when you're about to land, then you do extra damage with that jump. HP max, awesome. Yeah, sometimes when you kill enemies, you'll get random bonuses from flowers. Like you'll get lucky, HP max, attack up, defense up, once again. Sometimes when you use items, you can get freebies. You got honey syrup. Now what that does is it heals your SP, flower points it's called, by a total of 10. If I remember correctly. So this is your typical back and forth brawl between you and the Goombas, so nothing really special so far. Oh yeah, and when you level up, you reach level 2. There's some, the stats show what is increased. Obviously all your stats are going to increase, but they're going to increase by a certain number. Now you can choose specials. If you like the stat increase for a certain particular stat, you can go ahead and choose it. If you don't, you can hit B to get out of it. Like if you don't like HP, you can get out of it. If you don't like POW, you can get out of it. In my case, I'm gonna go with special because it offers, I think, more magic attack, which does affect your jump, strangely enough. But still, because it is a special stat, it does affect your like let me show you very quick. Yeah, look at that. That's a 111 damage right there. And we get a mushroom for it. Sweet. So now let's actually well, there's another Goomba just came rushing out. And the Goombas go down, and we can still one-shot them anyways, even at level 1. But you'll see why, in a couple of moments, why I actually increased my special attack, why I could have increased something else. Oh, I missed. That's interesting. Alright, then a mushroom. Sometimes when you get a mushroom, what that does is it restores everything from HP and FP. So that's very useful to find in case you're low on like flower points and such. Alright, we see a flower. Sweet. And obviously when you get flowers, it adds to the amount of FP you have. The main goal is just to get 99 flowers, which is very easily obtainable, by the way. Very easily obtainable. You can do that for like mini games or something like that, or you could just do it by simply flower collecting. And there are plenty of flowers throughout the game, so you don't have to worry about that much at all. Plus, you can always stock up on royal syrups as well. You know, things of that nature. So it's very easy to maintain the amount of flower points that you won't otherwise have. You don't know how to use them properly. But I'm not saying you should go crazy with using just special attacks all the freaking time. But you don't have to feel too worried about wherever you run out, because you're always going to refill them eventually. So we do have a flower tab here. What that does is raise your FP by 1 point. And we can totally skip these guys because that's not why we're here. We're here to take on the first boss in the game. The official first boss in the game. And those are the Hammer Brothers. Alright, so let's get started. One shot with a jump off the bat. That's why you level up special right away. And when one of them dies, it's going to do battle up, and what that does is it increases the defense, which means you have to hit them twice with jump. But this is a relatively very easy battle. Oh, okay. Make that 3 times. Yeah, sometimes when you mess up your timing, you don't get that quite decisive finish as much as you would like. So timing is very, very, very important in this game, because you want to land that perfectly timed blow in order to maximize the amount of damage you're going to be able to do. Like so. Still wasn't a hard battle at all, by any means, no. Alright, we actually got our first weapon in the game, and that is the hammer. The toe was off in the hurry. Alright, so let's... Not that one. There we go. Let's equip our first weapon. Pound enemies. Yep. So Mario can obviously do a lot more damage. The flower jar raises flower points by 3. Alright, so let's be on our way now. And now we're actually going to go ahead and save because we're out of time for right now. But I will see you part 2 of this walkthrough. I hope you all are looking forward to this, because you know I am. Later.